Hello, welcome in to the artist's journey. We are so excited to start off season 2. Season 1 was so great, and we had so much fun interviewing amazing indie artists in the Atlanta area. And season 2 is just going to be just as great, even better. Today, we are so happy to welcome in a guest. Her name is Slique. She is a young rapper, writer from Memphis, Tennessee. She's here, located in Atlanta, Georgia, and she enjoys writing. She enjoys performing. She enjoys creating new work. She finds inspiration from Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, and she is passionate. She has a powerful, strong voice. Let's get into it. So, like how we like to start off all of the episodes, we have a yogi tea. Which yogi tea did you choose today?
Cinnamon horchata. Think I said that right?
Yes, I think you did. Yeah. So that's actually one of my favorite teas. You can open it. Yeah, that's one of my favorite teas to drink as well. It's really soothing. The cinnamon taste is really nice. And it.
Oops. The purpose of life is to know yourself, love yourself, trust yourself, and be yourself.
That's deep.
That is.
That's
I resonate
deep.
with that right now.
Wow, how so?
I'm my hardest critic. And I think with that, sometimes I push myself to the limit beyond more than what I need to, but I know me doing that, I'm going to be at my best when I stretch myself. So I could be hard on myself sometimes, and that pushed me to be great. So
that's good. I mean, as long as you're pushing yourself in a constructive way, not a destructive way, you know. So it's like kind of like it's being an artist is almost like a sport, because you have to have, you have to have grit. You can't give up, and you have to want to level up. You know, you can't be a person that's complacent. So you kind of have to, keep moving forward and keep striving forward. So, I mean, if you like, you can also pour yourself some water too.
Oh, I put it in the cup.
You put it in the cup?
I put it in the
okay,
cup already.
Good. I was in the cup. Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. That's great. So, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh.
I moved to Georgia back in 2018, so it took a bit of adjustment because it was a completely different environment, but I eventually got used to it. So
how was it different? So my experience from Tennessee, and shout out to all my Tennessee folks out there, and shout out to Atlanta. I went to Tennessee once, briefly, and it's not too far from Georgia, and it does look completely different, and it is different. So growing up in Tennessee and then coming to Atlanta, what differences did you experience? What adjustments did you have to make?
Memphis is very slow. Atlanta is very fast paced, and Memphis is smaller than Georgia, so everything is like 10 times slower in Memphis, and I had to like get used to the very fast-paced city and the traffic and stuff when I moved to Georgia, which took a lot. Younger, I was a very reserved kid, because back in 2018, going into 2019, I moved to Georgia in the middle of my high school, and like it was like super duper hard to make friends and stuff, so that wasn't very much fun, but eventually, I got over it and stuff, as I stayed here.
That's good. And I see what you're saying, because when I went to Tennessee, and I don't even know which part I was in, but just going there, I was like, this feels like a town, like a small town. I knew I was in a city. I don't know which city. I don't even, like, because it was just a spontaneous, like, road trip with some friends. And I remember going there, I was like, this feels like just looks like a huge town. And Atlanta attracts a lot of people from the north, which based off of your explanation, I can see why, because New York City, Philadelphia, Chicago is different, and that's like kind of like the melting pot of people here. So what inspired you to make music and perform? What inspired you to get started on your creative journey?
There was really no starting point. It kind of like came out of random. I just remember I was in the 6th grade. Um, the middle school that I was going to, it was at a church at the time, and like we had our classrooms in a little. I can't remember what they're called. They're like the little portable things that's like on the stand, and like it was behind the church. I don't know if you know little trailers. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. That may be just something in Memphis. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
But there were like little trailers where we had our classrooms and stuff in.
Oh, are you? Oh, you had. Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did class. You said you did classes in the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a small school and we did our some of our extracurricular and those types of buildings. So yes.
So we were having class. I was in math class and I was paying no attention to what the teacher was saying. And I was just sitting there and I just started humming a tune to myself. And then just like out of nowhere, I just started writing on paper and words just started to like flow and rhyme on paper. And I was like, oh wow, I'm rapping on paper. So like ever since then, I would just write every single day. The way I kind of improved on that, I had looked up to some people at the time, like like people who were like popping back then, like Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Eminem, people along those lines. Like I would literally go home every day. I would look up these song lyrics from these artists, and I would write them down, and I would like go through and underline and examine how are they writing like this, and how can I apply the same concept to my writing. You know, because they use figurative language in their stuff, and I wanted to do the same thing with mine. So, like, in a way, it took me, like, a couple of years to, like, train my brain to think that way, to train myself to write that way. And eventually, I caught on to it. And then, like I said, like, I was a very quiet, shy person in school. And when people found out that I had this talent, they were like, oh, shoot, Amia can rap and stuff. So, my teachers and friends and stuff had caught on, and sometimes the administration at the school, they would ask me to perform in front of the school for like a school event and stuff, and that's kind of how I got into it. So
that's beautiful. Thank you for that. And it's just that simple, because sometimes it just comes out of you, and a lot of artists will say something like that. It just comes out of you, and you just continue. And I like that you look up the lyrics and you underline, and you like, you know, you did your own type of assignment and to get better and become a better writer, and you looked at it that way. Because like now all the music is streaming, but like in early 2000s, probably like 2000 to like, or like 90 in the 90s, and during the CD era, they had the lyrics already in the CD with pictures and stuff like that. So like looking at the lyrics and then like following along with something, but like now like looking at the lyric and like writing in that way, and like learning how to write in that way is a way a lot of artists did it too. So so also looking at the lyrics online too helps as well. For those of you who are looking interested in writing and don't know where to go, looking it up and practicing is a good way to do it. So now that we're here today and you've experienced that and you know that who you are as an artist, what are your goals? Like, what are your plans with your music?
I feel like I have plans in mind, but at the same time, I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm just going with the flow, and whatever comes my way. Because I feel like it's like I have something in place, but I feel like if I have something in place and I hold on to that, it's not going to make me grow and expand. So I'm just really free balling at this point, but have it like under control.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're just exploring.
I'm just exploring. Yeah, I'm just having fun with it.
You're having fun. That's good. That's good. So what is your creative process today? Because you told us your creative process before of how you got started. And what is your creative process today when you write your lyrics?
It's really weird. Like, I write my lyrics based off of the beat of the song. Like I listen to the melody of the song, I listen to the harmony of the song, I listen to the beat and stuff of the song. And whatever words or lyrics that resonate with that, I just write on along. A lot of the times when this happens, I don't have a theme for the song. I just really go based off of what I hear and the kind of vibe that is going for. So that's really my creative process. So yeah.
Do you freestyle, or do you just find yourself with like typing or writing your lyrics out with the instrumental, or do you do like a blend of like different ones?
I plan it out and sometimes I freestyle. So it's like it's 50-50. Or sometimes I don't have a beat at all. I'll just be driving somewhere. I'll just be walking in a grocery store and I'll just get random lyrics in my head and I write it down. And sometimes I end up using those lyrics for a beat that I may hear and I'm like, oh, these lyrics go with this beat. So that's kind of how I do
That's
stuff.
cool. So do you make your own beats? Do you make your own, produce your own music?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Some stuff I buy from producers. Some producers send me stuff, and then I make some of my own stuff. I use BandLab. Right now, I don't have a keyboard. I'm trying to invest in getting in one. So I would like put loops and stuff together to make my own sound in there. So
That's
yeah.
really cool. That's cool, and it's always good to make your own music. It's always good to make your own, because you can save a lot of money. A lot of money. Since you're having fun, you can have all the fun you want too,
Yeah.
just with lyrically and creatively. So, the artist journey. We believe music can change the lives of people. Do you share that idea as well? And do you think about that when you write, or not, or when you does that ever come across your mind as an artist as well?
It does. When it comes to my music and me personally, I intertwine the two all the time. I like to be relatable because at the end of the day, I'm not a robot. I'm a person. So I always try to make stuff relatable, even if it's something stupid like me rapping about food or something. It's just something relatable so people can hear and stuff and have fun with it and stuff and get the message. Sometimes I talk about serious stuff, but I don't all the time. Even if I do talk about something serious, I end up making it into something catchy because it grasps the listener and stuff. So
Right. That's true. That's good. So, who's your inspiration today? Do you have like who? Because earlier you mentioned Nicki Minaj, Eminem, Lil Wayne, all the rap gods, I guess I should say. So are they still your inspiration today, or did you add new inspiration? Like, do you have, like, where do you draw your music inspiration from?
So it's the people from before, Kanye West, Doja Cat.
Yeah.
I like Lil Nas X. I like Lil Nas X and Doja Cat because they know how to market themselves. They have very good marketability. And they have very strong artistic styles.
Yes.
And they're able to intertwine that with music. And I really like that because not everybody's able to do that. Some people only focus on one thing or the other. When music is already a type of art, and it's kind of a thing that you have to have fun with and express in. Yeah, those probably the only new ones that I've added, plus the ones from before.
Yeah, Lil Nas X, Doja Cat, those are good ones to add because they are good at marketing. Lil Nas X, he's great with marketing too. Cause like I remember he had like an album where he's like, "I'm pregnant," and it caused so much controversy. People were so mad, but like he got attention, and he does the thing. So that's great. So. How do you, so in addition to being an artist, a rapper, a writer, do you find yourself filling your creative cup in other ways? Like, do you have other ways of filling your creativity? And this could be something not necessarily like art per se, but like filling your cup what I mean is like, how do you fill your creative cup? And it does, where you fill a creative cup, it could be like planting, it could be, it can be sculpting, it could be um, apothecary, it could be, bubble baths. It could be like, do you have ways of like nourishing your soul?
Uh, I'm a huge TikTok nerd. I'm on TikTok pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Cause like well, back in 2020 when COVID, TikTok was like really like
Yeah.
super big back then, and that's like the first time I got onto TikTok, and I started to learn about content creating and stuff, and I'm already like a silly and goofy person, so sometimes I just like post random stupid videos. Sometimes I just think of something stupid and I just end up recording it. But that's just who I am, cuz I want people to connect a face to my music. So like I kind of use TikTok as a brain rot.
So you
kind of
use
place.
TikTok as a way of creativity and creation. That's interesting. That's cool. I never thought of it like that. That's cool, because content creation is an art. It has developed into an art, more so than what people think. Is an art. It's an art and a science too. It's because you're looking at like numbers. If you look at it that way too, strategically, if you want to like grow, but then also it's also creative as well. So, what advice do you have for artists that are starting off, who are starting off and may not have the confidence to put themselves out there yet? Like, do you have any advice for people like putting themselves on stage? Because like you put yourself on stage quite frequently, and you're always writing, you're always making something new. What advice do you have for people that have the talent but may feel hesitant to put themselves out there?
You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like me performing the way that I do, me writing the way that I do. I did not always used to write like that. I didn't perform like that. Like I used to I ran off stage a couple of times when I did performances and stuff, and it took a lot for me to get back on stage and stuff. Don't care about what people say. Make music and have fun, because this is an art for you. This is something meant for you to have fun. And not everybody's gonna have your same kind of taste, and that's okay, because different music exists for different reasons. Whoever rock with you, rock with you. Yeah, just have confidence and just have fun. It's okay. You be serious when you need to be serious, but main thing, just have fun, because when you have fun, you grow and you expand, and you're not so so that would be my piece of advice.
Yes, have fun. Have fun, let go, let loose. And that's great. That's excellent. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing tea with us and sharing your insight as an artist. And thank you for watching, and thank you, friends, for listening to us. And until next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.